Our review of the KWA M93r 2nd edition gas blowback pistol. The one we have here today is the upgraded one with the aluminum slide. It actually comes standard with a plastic ABS slide, but for better performance and reliability. This one we got pre-upgraded with the aluminum slide for about $15 to $20 more. This came on the internet for about $160. So the box, it was in good condition. We got here on the front, it's just got a warning, an item number, little cover art. On the back, it's got some shooting targets. I don't really see why you'd want to use those. It's got some Chinese picture of the gun right there, and some more logos and trademarks and stuff. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, once we open up the box, the first thing we see is the owner's manual here. Nothing particularly special. It's pretty well worded in English, and it's kind of helpful. It's written in this sort of comic book font, though, which I didn't really like. Another thing to notice is right here on the end of the barrel, it's got a different muzzle compensator, the one with slits in it, as opposed to the other style, which we have in the box, which I'll show you a little later. Also on the inside, we've got the gun, the extended magazine. We also have this loading tool, which is a 3-part loading tool, which makes it a little bit, useless for actual in-game situations. But you slip this plastic bit here on the end, and you're supposed to fold that over the magazine and push BBs down into the magazine with this plunger. Kind of tough to do, and it's really a pain in the ass to do in a firefight, so I really would not recommend using this loading tool. Also, in the box, we have this little bottle of silicone oil, which is nice because you have the spray, but this is a little bit thicker. It sticks around a little longer, and it can be more accurate to apply. We also have this hop-up adjustment tool and one of the tiniest little Allen wrenches we've ever seen. That's all for hop-up adjustment, which we'll see in a minute. So the box, pretty good quality, just styrofoam. Everything's packed up nice and tight. So let's get the gun out of the box and see what's inside. So here out of the box we have the extended magazine, hop-up adjustment tool, and the gun. Everything you see here on the table is full metal. The only thing that's not metal right now is this fake wood grip here. It's got a very dark finish. It's patterned. It melds well to your hand. We really liked it. Although for smaller hands it might be a little bit difficult because right here, I don't really know enough about the actual gun, the M93, to tell you why this is, but right here, this bulges out a lot. It's not a problem if you have hands that are a little bit larger like mine, but for smaller hands this might not fit so well. So cosmetically, I think this gun looks fantastic. It's got a nice, even matte black finish. Everything's full metal. I'll just put this slide back here. The slide comes back nicely into place, so that nice metal chink that you're really looking for with a high-quality gas pistol. The magazine is metal. It's got authentic markings here for how many rounds you have left in the magazine, although these holes, which would normally be open so you could actually see the rounds, are now, they're covered by a piece of metal on the inside because there's BBs in here instead. You can't see the BBs in the magazine. Better for realism. However, that might be sort of annoying for functionality. Right here, it actually does say PP KWA M93r. That's a 9mm parabellum, which is the actual round that the gun uses, though this uses 6mm BBs. So the gun, it's got the main highlight, the real selling point of this gun that I really want to sing the praises of is the select fire capability. It's got full auto, single shot, and 3-round burst all in one gun, which is great. It's a little bit of a gas hog feature, but it works pretty well, and it's just devastating in a firefight to just hear that 3-round burst going off. So here you have the safety. So right now, we're in ready to fire mode. You can see the red dot here of paint. If we just push it right down, we're into safe. Now we're back to fire, and now we're in safe again. The safety's not great because though it kind of pops into place almost like it's spring assisted, it gets knocked around really easily. And so if you're trying to change your fire type, you can often knock the safety into place, which can sort of put you out of action for a few seconds while you try to figure out what's going on. Right now it's all the way down, which means it's in the 3-round burst mode here. The R in M93r is actually for Retitica. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, which is Italian for burst. And that's where the gun gets its name. If we go all the way up, 2 clicks, we're in single shot mode for a little bit more precision fire, or ammo saving. And then if we go right in the middle here, we've got the full auto. The full auto on this gun, really fun. It just burns through the magazine. The magazine's 38 rounds, but you can go through it in about 2.5–3 seconds. It really blurs the line between between submachine gun and pistol. So I think that's a great feature. and a really one that makes this gun much more worthwhile. The gun is a little bit bigger. I guess an accurate way to describe it would be the big brother of the 92FS, which is a really popular pistol. And the whole gun's a little bit bigger, but the two things that really add the bulk here are the extended trigger guard and this piece of metal right here. And these are actually, they do serve a purpose. It may be a little more helpful in the actual gun, but I think it's really cool in the airsoft version. So what you do is, if you're in single shot mode, you can just hold the gun normally, but if you want to switch it to 3-round burst or auto mode, you hold one hand on the grip normally, and then you pop this thing down here. You put your thumb and you loop it through the extended trigger guard, and you just wrap your whole hand right around here. And that gives you a really stable, solid firing platform for precision shooting, even when you're in full auto or 3-round burst mode. And this thing right here is very solid too, the extended handle. It's pretty comfy to hold, even though this is sort of a weird angle. It doesn't feel weird when you're holding it. It sort of molds in your hand. And it's spring assisted and full metal, so it really pops down and pops back up. Although if you pop it too much, just want to let it pop back up here, it can put some wear on the bottom of your slide. Two bad things about having this are, one, that it makes it fit in far less holsters. So, sort of like Desert Eagle owners, you may be wanting to search for that larger holster that can accommodate this. And two, it takes away the mounting capabilities that the 92FS has. So just be aware of that. Recommend the slide here to do pop-up adjustment. The slide is good; it works smoothly. But sometimes, when you have an empty magazine, guns are supposed to have the slide stay back when you pull it back. And right there, you just saw it did not stay back. And there it did. So you never know. It's not too big of a deal, but it's sort of annoying. So you can take the slide back right here where the outer barrel is. It's going to be really hard to see on this video, but that is where the hop-up adjustment happens. We take the metal hop-up adjustment tool, which has a little hole in it there for maybe sort of a keychain-like functionality, and it has some teeth on it, and you just line up the teeth here with the little holes. And actually, I have the magazine out. Sorry. You just line up the teeth with the little holes, and you just, twist a couple notches and shoot. Twist, shoot until you get it right. The hop-up clicks. It clicks with every little notch, so it's you know exactly what you're getting. It doesn't shift around. So that's good. It's a good feature, but it might be a little hard to do in the field. So taking the gun down is very easy, just like the real gun. We're going to push this button down right here. And so when we flip the gun over, we can see when we push it down that this little knob goes out, and that allows you to just shift this down right here, and the slide almost takes itself off. So you just slide it right off. You can go in for full lubrication. One thing to be aware of is that right here, the recoil spring is not captive. This little notch right here, if I lift it up, it would try to push its way off, and if you're not careful and you knock it up, it can go shooting across the room. Not a big deal to get back in, but just be aware, because it might surprise you a little bit. You can take it down further if you like. The gun will really come all the way apart with only a screwdriver and the included Allen wrench. But, for most people's purposes, you don't really want to go much farther than this. You're just going to take it, slide it back on, just like normal. Not a big deal. Sometimes when you slide it back on, this little piece of metal right here is going to be up. If you just push it down, it'll go back on all the way. Once it's back on, you just rotate that up. It'll pop back into place. You're good to go. Boom. So that's the gun. And now let's take a brief look at the magazine.